Hey, I'm Jeff Straw. Welcome back to Branding Quick Tips. Today we're looking at constancy. Last week we talked about consistency, and these make up 2 of the 3 C's of branding. Next week we will look at clarity. So what is constancy in the world of branding? Constancy is another word for dependability. So the way that brands develop constancy and a sense of dependability with their fans is over time. Meaning, you don't just put out one single or put out one product and think that fans are going to immediately find you and trust you. This notion of developing your brand over time is really how this concept of constancy works. Specifically within music, that means the more singles are released, the more albums are released, the more EPs are released, the more fans have an opportunity to connect with you and to come across you and develop that sense of trust, that sense of dependability, that sense of, I like this artist and I know what I'm gonna get when I click play on their songs, when I go to their shows, when I see them on a playlist. And so anytime that an artist is releasing a new piece of work, whether that's a single, a music video, it immediately becomes part of their legacy. It becomes part of their catalog or body of work. And so that's important not only musically, but also visually. If you were to flash forward 5 years or maybe 10 years, and then look back at all of your releases over time, would you be happy with the thread of continuity that you developed in your visual branding? Would you be happy with this sense of constancy that you built with your catalog, this notion of fans being able to depend on you over time through your steady stream of releases? That's really what we're trying to develop here and what I'm trying to convey for you. So keep in mind that doesn't mean you're not allowed to try new things, both musically and visually. Of course, artists are meant to grow. Labels are meant to grow. The thing is you don't want to grow and change so drastically in such a short period of time that fans are left like, huh? You don't want to lose your fans or confuse them from one release to the next. So let's take a quick look here at one of the greats, Trent Reznor and 9 Inch Nails, and take a look at what he's been able to do starting in 1989. Trent was an artist that has really pushed the envelope musically and visually since he started releasing music, sort of created this industrial rock hybrid when he put out Pretty Hate Machine, and he's never slowed down since. When you look at the evolution over time, you see how some of these visual themes have ebbed and flowed through his work, his use of color, from release cycle to release cycle, making a subtle shift to a new theme visually, and then sticking with it for their remix singles and releases around that time period. But all of this has a really nice thread of continuity to it that if you know his music, you will immediately be able to recognize and make those connections. So next up I wanted to talk about a few record labels, and electronic record labels in specific do such a fantastic job of this concept of constancy. So I think it's important for artists of any genre to take a look at what some of these record labels have done so well in order to see what they can learn for their own releases and their own brand constancy. So the first label we're going to look at is Delta9. This is a drum and bass label from Italy, and they've done such a cool job. Their most recent releases caught my eye, this red and white geometric pattern treatment that they do on all of their current records that really lines up with the music. And so the other cool thing is they tend to go in phases. Before they were doing the red and white geometric patterns, they were into this black and orange. Before the black and orange, they were doing black and white treatments. Again, all very geometric. So what ties them all together is this beautiful use of geometry, really intricate designs. And when you dig back even further, starting with this, ending with this Navajo record, they were doing more of a singular shape-based treatment, these diamonds and circles, and much brighter color palette. But again, it's still very easy and very distinct to pick up off of a page full of thumbnails. So if this is a label you were into as a DJ, it's really easy to notice them on the page. And that's really what we're after. So this next label I want to talk to you about real quick is called Radiant. They are a European deep house label. They do a really nice job at setting a visual tone that matches their deep house, and it's in a unique way. They do this kind of collage treatment on their album artwork. Within the collage, they do some pretty bright color treatments, and so those two things combine for a very unique visual aesthetic that's really easy to pick up on. I just wanted to kind of give them a quick shout out that I think that they're doing a really nice job, and it's something a little bit different than I think a lot of the sort of quote standard deep house labels are doing right now. So thanks for joining me here on another Quick Tips. This was Jeff Straw. Please do me a solid and click subscribe if you like the video, share it with your friends, click that notification bell if you're on YouTube, and most of all, I just appreciate you spending a couple quick minutes of your day here with me. Thanks again. I'll see you soon.